Can you smell what the flock is cooking? Flock up a flock off, not you stick around because it's about to go down. You know, flock most energetic any of the Eagleverse. In the Eagleverse here with the Yac Wit The Maniac post-game pop-up, chop-up, therapy, whatever you want to call it, man. We're going to get into this last game, this past game, to see what's going on in this ass game. It's kind of an ass game. But you know the winners, the winners, the winners, the winners, WWWWWW's over here. I love it. We got 10 games in a row. We're going to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the known self, the unknown self, the past self, the self that's only known to them, all kinds of things to get into the maniacism, the craziness that was this last game. And I don't know what the flock is. Ooh, so this has the stink, the feel of an L. I don't know why. I'm irritable. I'm on edge. Maybe because I wanted more from this. You got to admit that the Panthers are a better team than what they used to be. But anyway, you got yours. I got mine. Let's get in line. Clink, clink one time. Bing, bing. Yeah. Oh, man. Yo, dude. Like, Zach Charbonnet, what the hell? And PHlockin'Goooooo is a great player, right? It's nuts. So that gets into this. Great things happen today. There are great things that happen today. Great things that happen today. 26 breaking Shady's record, going past Wilbert Montgomery and Shady in the same day to take over the top slot as far as single season rush record for the Philadelphia Eagles. You know, so we got that going. Give it up to that man right there. Give it up to a dope W. You know what I mean? Hard fought. Got a little shaky out there. Speaking of shaky, like I said in the Media Maniac React, I don't know what Saquon breaking records. We got it. It appears that, I don't know, Jake the break. Seems like Jake is broken. And I don't know what's going on with my coaching staff's brains. It seems like their brains are broken also. So, yeah, let's get into it, man. To the next, and all that. I am seriously haywire. This therapy session is so needed right now. I'm going haywire. I don't know why. This W has the ilk, the funk, the stink of an L, man. I don't want to watch some of these replays. Nothing. This was just weird. We had some great defense as usual, some shaky defense here and there. We had some great offensive plays too, so I can't really talk too, you know. We got Shady back in the end zone. We got GC Ground Cockatera back in the end zone. But it's just like, I don't know. This is therapy, right? So we're going to talk about identities, right? And the self, like, I believe it's the Jaworski. What's it called? Jaworski. It would be funny if it's called the Jaworski model. The Jahari model. PHlockin'Goooooo taking touchdowns from freaking Cooper Cup. Maybe that's what I'm at too, man. The fantasy leagues are going stupid today. Why so many buys? Week 14, dude. This is just stupid. So, yeah, maybe it's other things creeping into me, and that's really what's going on with my conscience right now. That's got me going crazy. Because, I mean, my team, we won, yo. The Eagles won. And the Panthers have been playing so much better. Then you look at the numbers, like, it looked like, it appeared to be, it felt as if Bryce Young was pitching and throwing all over us, but he didn't even top 200 yards. You know what I mean? The running back didn't even top 100. The Chuba train, whatever. Choo-choo. That guy, that's another guy I traded. And it seems like he's going to have high volume for the rest of the season. Miles Sanders can't even get on the field. They got two running backs down, Jonathan Brooks and Blackshear, and they're like, yeah, it seems like it's all going to be up to Chuba today. I'm like, dude, don't they have Miles Sanders? It's crazy, man. Nasty work going on down there for our boy, man. Wish him the best, man. Come back as a backup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like good old days behind Saquon Barkley. It's got to be crazy. But you know, he got his bag, so that's all that matters. That's not that all that matters at the end of the day, but you got that, right? So anyway, I believe it's called the Johari model. I lost it. But you know, it's if you ever took psych class, I'm trying to really trying to get into this therapy thing, trying to really get into the mind of the maniac, what makes me the way I am, makes us the way we are, and trying to therapize what's going on with this team. Because, I mean, it's good things, but I don't want to get too high, I don't want to get too low. Regardless of what, here's how it goes. You got your known self. That's true, what you know about yourself, and everyone knows about you. You know what I mean? That's the known self. Then there's the hidden self, the self that you keep only to you, that other people don't know. Then there's the self that only they know, that you don't even know about yourself. And then there's that subconscious, there's the part that no one knows anything about. So it's like an open self. So you want to get to the open self. If you evolve your open self, your known self, it brings forth personal development. The goal of personal growth is often to expand the open self by gaining more self-awareness and receiving feedback from others, which helps to reduce the blind self and hidden self areas. And it seems we have a crisis of self on this team right now. And I get it. Saquon Barkley still had, 20 rushes today for 124. Great, amazing. And, some may say that's too much. I feel like, and there were certain cases, many cases, where I felt that we could have done more. We set ourselves back on multiple occasions. We're first and short, and next thing you know, we're second and long, and we're taking sacks. And what the flock is up with that? Like, we got Saquon Barkley. If we are going to pass, get behind center. Go behind. You heard that? I'm letting them go. You give it to Saquon Barkley on a play action at least. Give them the guys that's Saquon Barkley, back there, and make their eyes go there and then bring it elsewhere. And so into that end, much like the self-identity crisis that we have, we are a running team. Run that ball more. I don't give a damn about egos. We over here getting money. Great things are happening. Great things happen when Saquon touches the ball. Run the ball. That is who we are. That is our self. And we want to expand that self. Shiny over here. We're going to eat all day, brother. The goal of personal growth is to expand the open self. Reduce the blind self and hidden self areas. It seems to be all we're doing is hiding from ourselves who we really are. Run the ball. And then to that end, I don't know, call me crazy, but when we do back up and try to throw the ball, it appears that our boy Jalen Alexander, the Great Hurts, is a bit gun shy. Like, let that thing go. You saw it all day. I don't know what Smitty and AJ were talking about on the sidelines, but they were really sticky today. So yeah, I don't want to take anything away from it. And he's doing a great job because he's not putting the ball in harm's way. So I think that's a part of himself that, he's got everyone bigging him up right now. No interceptions, no turnovers, only 2 turnovers in the last 10 games. That's amazing. And who knew you don't want to put the ball in harm's way? By any means, that is not the case. But we got to let that thing go sometimes. In the NFL, this much, that is open, bro. That much space is open. You can get the ball. You can pass the ball. You can get it to these guys. Not to mention these guys are some of the best in the damn league. And we're going against, not some backups, we're going against young bulls. And those dudes ain't got nothing on the guys that we have. The AJs and the Smitties and the guys, well, now the Cockataras. Even Dotson's out there. I'm like, bro, I'm starting to feel like Janky Wenko, what's his name? Janky Wenko. You know what I'm talking about. The Commanders content, whatever, dude. So, Janky Rondo. So it's like, dude, get the ball to J. Dot. Like, he's out there for a reason, man. He's a first-round pick for a reason. Get the ball to that guy. But if we're not going to do any of that, keep running with Saquon Barkley. Please, we need that. It's a crisis of identity, at least as far as I see it right now. And maybe you know what the real thing is really probably matters because the Lions didn't lose on Thursday night, and I really needed them to lose on Thursday night so that we could take over that top slot and get home field advantage throughout the playoffs. Would be great because we got outside. We got the elements for them to contend with. Come here, come to Philly, come fly with us. I don't want to go to Detroit. That place seems crazy. I've been there before with that crowd, and, when I was there, we took over in the playoffs. I'm not sure if that'll be the case, but we do travel well. We fly like Eagles fly. You already know that's what we do. Then the other thing, because, we're going to end on a good note. I'm just going to get all this angst and animus out of my way before we get into the good stuff. Because I know I've seen some people in the comments say, Maniac, why are you always talking bad about him? Dude, I'm like the most positive person in the Eagleverse. What are you talking about? It's just not that way right now. It was just a weird when Eagles defeat Panthers 22-16. 9 straight wins after starting season 2-2. Let's fucking go. You feel me? Yeah, positivity. See, I got that. It's all in me. But just some things that got me tripping. Got, who is it? Gordo Flacco calling me up talking about Jake the Shake. Oh, man. He's like, you don't think he'll ever be the same again? I can't even put my mind in that place yet. What I'm thinking, I'm going to be a bit solutions-orientated and get back to the self that he should know, the self of him that we all know him to be. It's an amazing kicker. That's Jake the Make, not Shaky Jakey, bro. And I feel like the only thing that I could point it to is because I'm just on the outside looking in. I'm watching from 30,000 feet above, 30 miles away, bro. 300 miles away, you feel me? We need at least in my estimation, to put him back on kickoffs. He was getting his routes. He would get his leg warm when he's taking these kickoffs. Some of the times I was seeing with these kickoffs, bro, it looked like it was gonna go through the uprights on kickoffs. And this is from the 35-yard line, so it was like 75 yards. Let him get that leg warm, man. Put him back on that kickoff team. At least that's just how I see it. I think that would work wonders for him to get back to where he was, dude. Like, Jake missing field goals. Like, we had to go for it on 4th and no. We had to take a penalty on 4th and 8 to gain some space for our boy Brady Man to get it where we needed to go. And that actually turned out to be amazing. But normally, 55-yard field goal, we're throwing Jake the Make out there. He misses a 50. I believe he hasn't hit a 50-yarder yet this year. It seems to be a lot of golf going on with his swing, with his leg swing. Like, dude, he's trying to drift it, or whatever the flock he's doing. It's not working. Power that thing through like you used to do. I don't know. I'm not a kicker, not a kicking coach, not a special teams coach, but something's different. Something is wrong. That's Jake the Make. Even though we have seen this before and we've seen him come back stronger than before. So hopefully we could get that all fixed up within this season, because, I mean, if it comes down to a flocking kick to mess up my I'm going to be pissed. Very much so. Please believe. But on the good note on the special teams, I mean, it looked like Brady Man and Avonte Maddox had a better connection than our quarterback and his receivers today. Dude, did you see it? Brady Man, I see him take the kick, low kick, and like, dude, that's going to get down way too fast for our flank, for our wingman, for our flankers. What are they? Flankers. The gunners to get down there. And sure enough, you see a guy coming off the edge. It's like he just beat the DB. Comes around. It's Avonte Maddox, number 29, much despised, much maligned this season. Comes up with one of the dopest plays of the season, albeit we didn't capitalize on it as we should have. But regardless of what, in and of itself, one of the best plays of the game. That's something that I could watch back again and again and again. That's something I could watch on a replay this week. You know what I mean? Not to mention there was a few Saquon plays. We've got spoiled. We got fat on this win streak, you know? So these great plays that he's making pale in comparison to some of the greater plays that he was making a few games ago, just a game ago. What the flock am I talking about? You know, you kept seeing it so close. We've got spoiled. We figured that we could bank on it, that he's going definitely to break one within the game, and didn't quite get there today, but it is what it is. Still put up 100 yards. Love him getting over the century mark. Love him taking the top spot as far as single season records go. And it's a beautiful thing, breaking records over here. But I just hope that our boy isn't broken, and that our coach's brains aren't broken, and we get this thing right. We get this thing back on the right train, get this thing back on the right flight. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, just that special teams play was a beautiful thing to behold. Not to mention, you know, we see it time and time again with the holds. Our guys are getting held. They're not calling it. We're getting BS calls as far as touching, holding, and all that. Like, Adam Thielen ran dead ass into Darius Slay, big play Slay, and they call holding on Slay. Ridiculous. Not to mention, I mean, like I said, the young man, Bryce Young, we got to give credit where credit is due, man. He's dancing around that end zone. I'm like, we got this thing locked up, short up. We about to end it with a safety. Good old days, Fletcher Cox stuff, you feel me? PG stuff. You know, but didn't quite work out that way. But we did, you know, we bent, but we didn't break. They did their thing. The savvy, the vets stepped up, man, when we're talking about Avonte Maddox as far as that special teams play, because albeit we didn't capitalize in the moment when we wanted to, but we did when we needed to, and we're pushing them back that far, making them back up that far. You know, that's a big difference. That 1 to the 20 yards is the difference between them being in field goal range and possibly like pop shot. Field goal range, they was going for a touchdown, but they'd have been way closer on that 4th down if not for the great play that Avonte made at the beginning of that drive. So it's amazing at that end, and then to end it up sealing on both ends with 2 dope veterans. Big play Slate comes up big in the end with the savviness of a vet, undercutting that Adam Thielen route, who was killing us on 3rd down all day. I'm over here yelling at young, great rookie Cooper DeJean. It's like, dude, this is Adam Thielen. Cooper DeJean is first year. He's gonna learn. He's gonna get better from this. And I mean, there was a lot of push off that they weren't calling, and I'm not sure if that's normally the case, because I mean, dude, we have one of the most violent men on the top of the route in the league as far as AJ Brown goes. So you know, who are we to complain about someone pushing off at the top of their route? You know, so you get the good, you take the good, you take the bad, you take the both, and then you have flight of the birds, right? So it is what it is. We're going to take it as it is. It's a W. Boom, bang, pow. But like I said, man, big play Slay stepping up in the end, knocking that thing down with the PBU. One of the silliest plays of the game, we got Jalen Carter just calling all kinds of chaos, cacophony, and craziness in their backfield. You know, I saw a few times, of course, where he got held again and he didn't get the call. I mean, this has become part of the course. We got balls being batted down by our boy. That fall into Adam Thielen's hand, like, ridiculous. It was just stupid, some of the things that were going on out there. Like I said, once again, he is a savvy vet. Dude that I'm pissed I dropped last week because it looks like they're just going to get better as the season goes on, albeit only 4 games, 5 games left, 4 games left, 5 games, 4 games left, 5 games left, 4 games left, 5 games left. Somewhere around there, right? Because what, this is week 12? We got week 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah. So the point being is that they're on the, they say there are no moral victories in the NFL, but I just mean you just see this team from the beginning of the season to where they're at right now, not to mention the last 3 games. They gave us a run for the money. They gave the Chiefs a run for their money. And forget the third team, regardless of what they're out there giving teams a run for their money. They're going out there doing a thing. We hope CJ didn't pop into the injuries and all that yet and what the coaches said, so we'll get into that in the coming days. But we got to check on CJ GJ, make sure he's all right. He went out the game, came back in, kept doing his thing, got an interception, a big one at a big time. Loving slime, you feel me? That's the dude right there. Just the team sticking together. It was beautiful to see Saquon, GC, Grant Calcaterra in the end zone. Don't doing your partner and all that. I love that. Didn't like AJ looking like he was mad that he didn't get the rock. You know, let's all be happy. Let's all get down. We're all in the same direction. Let's get this W back to the town. You know what it is all the time, man. Hashtag 59 for 55. Let's get that thing going. He's still on the sideline. I'm loving that. It's a beautiful thing. So there's a lot of things to build on from this game, a lot of things to be happy about. Number one, first and foremost, is that we get the W. We got a 9-game win streak going. We got Saquon breaking records. Let's flock and go. So let's keep this thing going. Let's keep this thing going and build off of that. Flush all the other ish, and we'll be good to go. Let's flock and go. Till the next time, make it the best time. In the meantime, between time, keep it a great time. You know how I like to do around this time, about this time, at this time. It's always equals a clock around here. Open your eagle eye, poke your beak, and give it a... Let's rock and go and ask these questions. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania swoops down and runs wild on you? We already know what the answer to that is when it comes to these dudes over here. Who is that? Check them off the list. The Panthers. Pack them up, zip them up, get them to flock up out of here. And spell it with me, y'all. Eagles. Let's flock and go, man. Let's get the flock up out of here. Good W.